which the direction it's going, it's looking like it's going to be pretty nasty in UK for a minute.
Muhammad Hijab running through the streets of London looking for Jewish people.
It was terrifying. The boys had to be rescued by the police as bottles and eggs rained down on them.
There's a lot of tumult going on in England about culture and immigration. Take a look at this clip over here with Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson recently had a huge rally in London talking about these issues. But over here in this clip, he talks about some of what happens with radicals going into Jewish areas in England and what the response is. So we'll watch this clip together and then talk about it. But first, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Check this out.
The rallies in going up against and finding Jews. Okay, so your rally takes place. I'm trying to think how bold you guys are being. There's two rallies. This is Muhammad Hijab, okay, which I don't know. Have you guys ever met each other or no?
No, Mohammed sent me recently. He thinks he's clever. So he said this was to intimidate me. So he sent legal letters to my children's home. That's what he did. Now he knows I don't live where my children do. Yeah? So he sent legal letters, but that was to let me know, because I was talking about him. That to let me know, I believe, for him to threaten me for where my children are. So that's what he done. I sent the letters back within, because I do my homework on everyone. So I sent my letters back to his personal address the next day. I just returned them straight to him. Said, like, don't play with fire, you mug. So he is an Islamist. He's a radical. He supports, and I come out and said he's a caveman. And now, recently, again, he sent his Muslim law firm have sent me all these legal letters now again, saying they're going to sue me. But I said the same. Like, I've already been sued. I've been bankrupt. I said he's a caveman who supports paedophilia or apologises for paedophilia. He's a paedophile apologist. That's what he said he sued me for recently. But Muhammad Hijab, the problem is, see, not even YouTube. Muhammad Hijab, we were censored, deplatformed, deleted from everywhere for talking out against these groups. Muhammad Hijab supports these groups, justifies it, and he's got a monetized channel, so he gets paid to do it. The unfair treatment against people speaking out compared to the radicals, they were left alone. But yeah, Muhammad Hijab's dangerous.
Yeah, so this is him, Rob. If you want to, because I want to show both of them. This is him, which the direction it's going, it's looking like it's going to be pretty nasty in UK for a minute. So, Rob, can you tell me what this is about? This is when? This is...
I'm not sure the exact date. I know this was in the past year or so. This is Muhammad Hijab running through the streets of London looking for Jewish people.
Yeah, Jew.
Okay,
yeah,
play the clip. Play the clip, Rob.
It was terrifying. The boys had to be rescued by the police as bottles and eggs rained down on them. Muhammad Hijab then threatened a police officer that he'd kill the boy's dog if he saw it again.
However, when those Zionists came in with their dogs, that was an act of provocation. So what we're saying now, and I'm making it very clear so everyone understands, if those dogs come close to us again, we will see it as an act of aggression, and we will kill those dogs. We'll put them down.
Hijab and Dawa then led the crowd to Speaker's Corner, and as the mob marched through London streets, screaming, "We'll find some Jews. We want their blood."
Sure. Okay.
The police did nothing. Let that sink in.
So this is what I want to know. If you can pause. So while this is happening, Tommy, what happens to them? Is this open game in London where you can do this and nothing's going to happen to you?
Nothing happens. Do you know, cars travel down. When you look at people getting detained for hate speech, you've got to see this video. Cars travel down from Manchester, so a 2.5 hour drive, to drive through the Jewish area of London, to shout out the windows, "We're going to rape your daughters." Yeah? That's what they've done. Now, there's a video of it, so you hear them do it. They didn't get prosecuted.
Who's saying that? Who's saying we're going to rape your daughters? Who's using those lines?
Cars of Muslims come down from Manchester into the Jewish area of London, to drive around the Jewish area of London, to scream out the windows, "We're going to rape all your daughters. We're going to rape all your daughters." Now, they don't get prosecuted for any of this. Yet, anyone who says anything or remotely even against the government has been thrown in jail on our side. So again, these hate speech laws that are brought in, they're not brought in to tackle hate speech. They're brought in to silence the indigenous population whilst their country has changed beyond recognition, to make it so that no one can speak about it, because they're not there to stop. If they were there to stop, like we saw them calling for jihad on our capital city after October 7th, literally stand there saying, calling for jihad, the group doing it with his butt here. When they did that, and they had banner about Muslim armies rising. When they did that, the Met Police put out a statement saying that, there's plenty of different meanings. There's different meanings of jihad. So you must think we're stupid, but they continually allow this. So Muhammad Hijab has even ever been arrested. There's another video of him where he travelled up to Leicester, where mobs of Muslims went hunting Hindus. Yeah, just last year in Leicester, and there's a video of him there where he's absolutely attacking Hinduism and attacking Hindu gods. If anyone done anything similar, so they just don't get prosecuted. They don't, and everyone saw it. So again, another important role to get the country to where it's been this last weekend, unfortunately, was October 7th. October 7th, and the reaction to that, the hatred across the West in all our capital cities, but in London, the ability for Hamas supporters to take over our capital city week in, week out and not face arrest. And the public are watching them committing crimes, seeing their crimes committed with their own eyes. And the only people facing arrest are the people there talking out against Hamas. So people watched all this two-tier policing. Two-tier policing become just a part of our vocabulary.
So in order to have a society that's functional, you have to have a certain vibe, a certain worldview that everyone in that society will relate to, that like they can accept. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be exactly the same religiously, ethnically, or whatever, but that the society, in order to maintain itself, has to have a certain structure. In order to create any society and any cohesive group, you want to create a good business, you want to create a society, you want to create a family, there has to be something that represents the body structure of the group that we're talking about over here. If there are divergent, not only opinions and voices, but a divergent worldview of how it should function, and one that wants to usurp the current standard, the foundational worldview, then it's not going to work. And so for us as Americans living in an American society who are grounded in a Judeo-Christian, what I like to call Hebrew Bible values, so much so that our founding fathers viewed themselves as the new Israel leaving Egypt. They were leaving England, crossing a new Red Sea, the Atlantic Ocean, and winding up in a new promised land where they'd have the ability to serve God as they pleased. In fact, one of the original proposed seals of the United States was Moses parting the Red Sea and having the people walk through, because that's so undergirded the foundation of what America was built upon. These Hebrew Bible values in civil society, of liberty, of belief in God, and belief in the divine image of God that everybody possesses, is something that is inherent in our society. It's what Western values are shaped upon. And the more that we can get in touch with that history, and the more that we cherish what those values actually are, that's how we continue that our destiny be to the place that we want it to go. All sorts of ideologies, left and right, have over the years, over the centuries, in the United States and throughout the Western world, have tried to make their mark and cause that the United States or the Western world sway from it, what undergirds it. And we need to stay strong in who we are. That doesn't mean that we don't let people in. It doesn't mean that we are judgmental or are putting off anyone based on religion, color, creed, or anything like that. Everyone should be welcomed. The caveat, though, is that you have to agree to live on a societal level. You have to agree to conform yourself to the basic principles that shape Western society. If you can do that, then we dwell together in great joy and happiness, the way that it should be. If you like this content overall, hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. We'd love to stay in touch. Take care.